Today we'd like to talk about, well, we're supposed to do mostly a Q&A dun sa impeachment kasi mukhang marami pong katanungan dyan sa all over the place apparently. So, let's begin. Okay. Mayroon akong nakitang post ni Congressman Joel Chu, hindi po ako nagkakamali. At mayroon pa siyang nilabas na statement. Ayon sa kanya, VP Duterte's statement shows fear as impeachment process moves forward. So sabi niya, the impeachment complaints filed before the House of Representatives are not endpoints of the constitutional process. It's very interesting. They are merely the beginning of a procedure that allows the House to determine whether sufficient grounds exist to transmit articles of impeachment to the Senate for trial. As of now, the Vice President has not yet submitted her formal pleading in response to the remaining impeachment complaints. She has every right under the rules to file or not to file such pleadings. If she chooses not to do so, that may well be part of a legal strategy to reserve her main defense for the Senate, where the actual impeachment trial will take place. Ironically, however, her latest public statement appears to reveal aspects of that defense strategy. So takot pala talaga siya na sa mga nalalaman ni Madriaga. Okay, this is instructive on our part. Such statements may ultimately aid the House when it performs its constitutional duty of presenting the articles of impeachment before the Senate. More importantly, the tone and substance of the Vice President's statement suggests fear rather than truth. It appears directed primarily at her political base in an effort to shape public opinion through misleading narratives. The impeachment process is governed by the Constitution, the rules of the House, and long-standing parliamentary practice. If the Vice President truly believes in due process, she should engage the process with clarity and respect rather than attempt to discredit it before it even runs its course. Now, this is a very common argument, couched in very, well, in fairness, maganda yung pagkakasulat ng statement ni Congressman Chua, but it hides certain things. Number one, is that it says it indicts, so to speak. It puts the blame on VP Inday for raising an issue about the possible exclusionary issues. What is an exclusionary rule? It's a rule in evidence. Okay, medyo mabigat ang usapan ha. Okay, heads up lang, for a Saturday, medyo mabigat ang usapan, which is why Q&A day talaga ito. So what is an exclusionary rule? An exclusionary rule in law basically says that if you obtain evidence illegally, you cannot submit it. You cannot use illegally obtained evidence. So kung kunwari, you break into a suspect's house, you steal his diary or something like that, you don't have a search warrant, you don't have anything like that, whatever evidence you get as a result of the illegal search will be excluded. Okay? For example, wiretapping. Dun sa wiretapping, let's say, umamin yung suspect na meron siyang inanalive. Okay, you cannot submit that as evidence even if that person walks. Even if that is the only evidence at yun lang ang magiging basehan ng entire case mo, the accused will walk. Kasi bawal yung ginawa mo. You committed the crime or you violated the rights of the person. Now, bakit ginagawa ng batas ito? Why does the law protect the right of the accused even as to the point of excluding evidence that could be determinative of guilt or innocence? Okay. Why does the law do that? Now, number one, it's to discourage yung mga law enforcers from illegally obtaining evidence. Kailangan rule of law. You are no better than the accused or the suspect kung ikaw ay mag-violate din ng batas in supposedly an attempt to obtain the ends of justice. Good evening, Sir Paul. Thank you. Okay? So it keeps the police or the law enforcers good. within the law yan. So they are not encouraged to break the law or to break the procedural rights of a person or any other rights. Okay? The courts also will not use that evidence para hindi rin sila sangkot. Because ang nangyayari is, kapag tinanggap ng hukuman yung illegally obtained na evidence, then they're no better also. Or even worse, yung parang pinagbibigyan nyo, ginagawa ninyong all right, yung hindi all right. Ginagawa niyong tama, yung hindi tama. And finally, of course, kailangan pinoprotektahan natin ang individual rights. Kasi minsan, that is the only thing that stands in the way of a greater injustice. So, pinoprotektahan halimbawa ang Bill of Rights, your right to privacy, right to the integrity of your home, so that, to the point where, so it encourages everybody to protect those rights, okay, without exclusion. Even there are no greater, kumbaga, you cannot say the greater good is the putting a person in jail for a crime. No. In fact, 'di ba, sinasabi ko sa inyo that the law will happily, 'di ba? And we all believe, those of us in the justice system believe strongly that we would rather free, kumbaga, let 10 guilty people walk free than allow one innocent man to go to jail. Diba? Iprotektahan mo yung rights ng individual na yon, di bali nang makawala yung ibang mga guilty. Alright. So, ngayon, itong statement ni Congressman Chua violates that principle. Not violates. Of course, he's not in court and he's free to say whatever he wants to say. Pero inaakusahan niya si VP Inday na ina-affect niya, yung kanyang statement is directed towards her political base kasi natatakot siya dun sa sasabihin ni Madriaga, so inuunahan na niya. Well, we can actually say the same thing about Congressman Chua. Parang sinasabi niya na, takot pala itong si VP Inday sa sasabihin ni Madriaga, kaya yan ang sinasabi niya. Take note, siya na rin ang nagsabi, wala pang sinasabi, wala pang formal answer si VP Inday. Okay? On the contrary, hindi ba sinabi ni Congressman Chel Jokno, ilipat si Madriaga dito sa House? Akala nila mag-object sina Attorney Panelo. Akala niya mag-object yung defense counsel. Sabi ng defense counsel, okay lang. Na sige, lipat niyo si Madriaga dyan. Tayo, nakikita natin na, may benefit si Madriaga dito. Pero, at saka, this really benefits the House. Kasi they have more access to their witness. Pero, sa defense, deadma, so what? Go lang. I think that's what they were expecting. Kumbaga na tututol yung panig ni na VP Inday doon sa paglilipat sa House ni Mr. Madriaga. And here's what's interesting. Ang nakikita natin ngayon habang tumatagal, of course, and Attorney Palad has been doing the rounds of the interview, is may slight, habang tumatagal nagbabago yung kanyang statement. Nagko-conform supposedly to additional evidence or parang may mga bagong usapan na lumalabas na hindi naman andun sa kanyang affidavit. So, para sa akin, nag-shift na ang House. Ang kanyang focus ay dito kay Madriaga. Hindi na natin naririnig yung mga confidential funds, puro Madriaga na yung naririnig natin. At ang sinasabi ay si VP Inday. So ano yung mga paratang nga pala nitong si Madriaga pagdating dito kay VP Inday? May mga allegations siya. Dun sa initial affidavit niya, ang allegation niya is siya yung bagman. Kunwari, siya yung bagman daw ni VP Inday. at naghahatid daw siya ng pera sa iba't ibang mga tao kasi daw inutos ito ni VP. Sabi pa niya, yung 2022 campaign ay nakatanggap ng financial support from illegal drug dealers at offshore gaming operators, BOGOS. So, at panayang pagpapatunay niya o nag-a-attempt siya na magpatunay na close talaga daw sila ni VP Inday. Ang kanyang evidence of closeness ay yung picture nung inauguration ni VP kung saan siguro ilang daan ang nakapagpa-picture rin ng ganon. So, kumbaga, ang attack ngayon is on VP. Sinasabi ng mga congressman ay natatakot si VP, natatakot siya kay Madriaga. Samantalang matagal nang sinabi ni VP na hindi sila, not only are they not worried about Madriaga, they cannot wait. The defense has already said, we can't wait for you to put Madriaga on the witness stand. We can't wait until such a time as ma-cross-examine nila itong si Madriaga dahil mayroon silang kumbaga pruweba, or at the very least madali nilang madi-disprove yung mga alegasyon ni Mr. Madriaga. Okay. So, yun pa-fantastic itong storya ni Mr. Madriaga. Alright. So, ano pa ba yung mga issues na lumalabas? Itong mga sinasabi nila, takot-takot, mga ganyan, excuse me. Wala talagang basihan yan. So, pero ang makikita natin ngayon is para itong boxing match. Before the boxing match, merong girian yan, di ba? Yung mga trash talking, ganyan. So, ang nakikita natin, at least on the part of some of those involved in the prosecution, ay mayroon parang ito yung pre-game trash talking na nangyayari. Wag po natin bigyan ng bigat yung mga ganitong klaseng statements because unless it is presented in the impeachment proceedings, then wala yan. Okay, now, next, ano yung role ng Committee on Justice dito? Well, ayon dun sa 2019 rules, sumago na yung rules sa 19th Congress. Ayon dun sa rules na itinaguyod noong 19th Congress, dun sa Committee on Justice, maaari silang mag-evaluate ng ebidensya na isinusumite ng bawat panig at i-determine kung may sufficient evidence para ituloy ito sa Senado. Tapos i-evaluate ng Committee on Justice, gagawa sila ng rekomendasyon. File with the Senate, kumbaga we recommend that this goes to the Senate or we recommend that this be dismissed. So dalawa yung pwede lang nilang pag-usapan dyan. Pag pumunta yan sa plenaryo ng Kongreso, the Congress will decide regardless of what the recommendation is, pwede namang bumoto ang Congress for or against the recommendation. Kasi recommendatory lang yung Committee on Justice, pero it helps daw speed along the process kasi i-evaluate na nila. Pagdating sa plenaryo, ngayon, they will need at least 1/3 vote para dalhin yung kaso sa Senado. All right. So let's look at your comments and your questions kasi primarily this is supposed to be a Q&A on the impeachment. So please, let's limit the questions only to impeachment right now. Pagka naubos natin po yun or we've reached the hour-long mark, then after that we can take questions on other subject matters. So, good morning kay Miss Awi, kay Miss Lucky Strike. Hi kay Sir Leo, sabi niya mapagpalang linggo sa lahat manonood at na tinutunghayan ko ang live ni Attorney Trix mula sa Verona, Italy. Nice. In fair Verona, sabi ni Shakespeare. Hi Sir Art, thank you very much. To Sir Paul, thank you. Hi Sir kay Miss Jade, tama ba? Bakit kaya walang notifications? Hindi ko rin po alam. It happens randomly. Thank you, Sir Paul. Grabe, aga ni Sir Paul. Thank you very much. Okay. So, may katanungan ba? Who is Bubbles? I do not know who Bubbles is. Okay, ganito para mabilis ang tanungan tsaka makarami tayo, please complete your question. Do not presume that I know everything that you know. I wish I did, no? Pero I don't. So, kunwari, who are these people? Who is Bubbles? So, what did they say? You have to tell me what they said. You have to tell me who these people are. So, kung sasabihin niyo, anong masasabi niyo tungkol sa sinabi ni so-and-so? Unang-una, sino si so-and-so? Pangalawa, anong sinabi? If you are expecting a reaction from me, you have to complete your question. What if guilty sa kasong perjury si Madriaga? Then he will go to jail again. Ma'am Angelina says, isang kriminal na ginamit ni Saba at sundalong kanin laban sa VP, nagawa na nila yung mga kasinungalingan kay CJ Corona, demonyo talaga mas masahol pa sa kriminal. Oh dear. Thank you kay Iceberg. Ulit. Thank you very much. Ang di ko magets, isn't it dapat itong si Attorney Palad na collect na niya lahat ng evidence, i.e. naka-PNP daw yung mobile phone with his correspondence with PRD. Hindi ko talagang magets. Hindi ko rin magets. Uy, ang bilis naman ang gift goals natin. Tapos na? Ay, hindi pa pala. May kulang pa na dalawang yung gift goals sa hearts na obtain. Thank you very much. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung question niya, Miss Lucky Strike. Na-collect na niya dapat lahat ng evidence, i.e. naka-PNP daw yung mobile phone with his correspondence. Well, as long as hindi pa nag-start ang hearing, pwede pa siyang magkuha ng evidence. Ganon din naman in court. As long as di pa nag-pre-trial, go lang. What is contained in the reply of the VP and how will the Justice Committee evaluate? Wala pa po. Sa 15th ang submission, ang last day ng submission ng answer. And what do you mean, how will the committee evaluate? Titignan muna nila, kikilatisi nila, and if it is testimonial evidence, they can ask questions. Wow, -21 sa Alberta, sabi ni @3 Batman 1. Ngunit napainit ng ulo po namin ang mga balita tungkol sa walang pakinabang na impeachment kay VP Inday at flood control, ayaw pag-usapan. Thank you kay Dr. 18. Sabi ni Jen, totoo po kaya yung sinasabi ng Coach Jarrett na si GMA daw ang VP ni Sara sa presidential? Unless it's VP Sara who says it or confirms it, then I wouldn't believe anybody. Particularly, bakit mauuna naman yung mga nasa kabilang parlor kaysa kay VP Inday herself? In an ambush interview kanina, sinabi niya, nag-recruit siya, pero hindi pa daw nagsasabi yung tao. So, bakit malalaman nila kung yung tao mismo hindi pa niya alam kung tatakbo siya? Sabi ni Ma'am BM, bakit daw di makatingin si Attorney Palad sa akin habang sumasagot ng katanungan? Hindi ko po tinanong yun sa kanya. Thank you kay Dr. 18. Sabi ni Miss Lucky Strike, I watched your interview with him in the Spokes. I swear, from Attorney Harry Roque's case, tapos sabay dinimanda kay VP, ano daw, sakit sa banks. Exactly. In fact, that's what we're going for. So kung nakita ninyo, then nag-succeed. At least ako, dun sa mga katanungan, there's some things talaga that need further explanation. Sabi ni Ponyo, sa perspective ng kampo ng kasamaan, how can one acquire evidence related on SALNs and AMLACs without doing fishing expedition? Hindi ba siya nag-chicken and egg problem? Hindi ko naiintindihan yung tanong kasi nga hindi pwede. So, ang sinasabi mo, given na hindi pwede, paano nila magagawa? So parang gusto mo, ang sabihin ko, kung paano nila magagawa, hindi nga pwede. Sabi sa batas, you cannot. Yung halimbawa, yung sa SALNs, meron na bang bagong rule? O, sa pagbibigay, na-allow na ba? Yung in-overturn ba yung rule ni OMB dati? So, hindi nga pwede. Tapos AMLACs, lalong hindi pwede. May Bank Secrecy Act. So what you're doing is you're trying to get me to provide you with an answer that is already contrary to law. Sinabi na nga natin na hindi pwede. May rule talaga na ganito. So, if you're asking if we can get a court order, of course you can get a court order, but you still have to explain why it would be an exception to the rule. Hindi po ba sama o kasuhan ng perjury si Attorney Pala dahil puro kasinungalingan din mga paliwanag niya? Actually, no. Kasi unang-una, Attorney Palad is not under oath. Hindi po siya nag-swear. So he's simply repeating the answers of his client. Sabi ni Miss Beverly, sagot ko po sa nagsabing may birthday greeting si VP kay Madriaga. Alam niyo po, pag celebrity yung isang tao, marami talagang humihingi ng kung ano-anong greetings kahit hindi kilala ng celebrity yung humihingi ng greetings. Totoo yan. So, ano ba yun? Merong humingi ng greetings. Sorry to bring this up. Dumaan sa feed ko tungkol sa post ni Pebbles. Si Pebbles ba si Bubbles? Yun ba yung sinasabi ninyo? Bakit hindi Pebbles ang tawag ninyo? Tungkol kay Madriaga, connections to VP, may post siya online video call with Madriaga, VP, Attorney Harry, and the other one. So, how will this be now evidence against the VP? Does this indicate a closeness? Does this indicate na inuutusan ni VP yun? Para kang nagpa-picture sa tabi ng isang celebrity tapos mag-claim ka na close kami, inutusan nga ako eh. Sabi ni Ponyos, thank you. Yun nga po kaya I asked, I cannot find basis for Redon's and Trillanes' IQ. They can ask for a court order. They can go to court. But then that would be admitting na hindi talaga pwede yung house kumuha, mag-release ng basta ganun lang. Sabi ni Ma'am Michelle, bakit hindi nila inimbestigahan yung nagtangka kay Madriaga? Sabi ni Attorney Palad, nilipat daw ng ibang area yung nagtangka sa kanya. That was actually going to be one of our questions, but it became evident doon sa kasagutan ni Attorney Palad na wala nag-file ng case. Now, mayroong different versions yan. Ang lumalabas sa BJMP is nagkabanggaan lang daw ng balikat, tapos natakot daw si Madriaga kaagad. Ang sabi ni Attorney Palad, well, that person shouldn't have been there in the first place, tapos aggressive daw talaga sa client niya. So, Ang gusto ni Madriaga, according to Attorney Palad, is malipat siya ng lugar tapos siya lang yung nandun pero isama niya yung mga co-accused niya dun sa kidnapping. Sa akin, instructive na rin yun. You can draw conclusions from that also. Sabi ni Alejandro, what happened po dun kay Stella appearing sa Supreme Court? Wala naman po. Wala naman order from the Supreme Court. 'Di ba? Ang order is to answer, hindi not to appear. Sabi ni Cedar, kung meron daw po maghamon sa kanya na ilabas ang video, ilalabas daw niya. Sabi ko, bring it on, mag-file ka ng case, stop posting may connections kay ano. Alam nyo, bakit, hindi ko na iintindihan kung bakit gusto nyong bigyan ng attention yung mga sinasabi. You think that it's not a valid argument, or tingin ninyo mahina yung argumento ninyo, pero naghahanap kayo ng validation, dadalhin nyo pa dito. Here's what happens when you do that. You bring the issue to a wider audience. Maliit yung audience niya. So, dadalhin nyo dito, ngayon, mas maraming makakakita, mas maraming manonood, mas maraming magka-curious, pupunta ngayon sa kanya. So, if you think na hindi naman worthy na pagtuunan ng pansin, huwag nyo nang pansinin, tinutulungan nyo lang eh. Di ba? Who is Attorney Hunsho? Attorney Hunsho? Attorney Chico? Sabi ni Strictly, tama ba intindi ko si Madriaga ang star witness nila sa impeachment case versus VP Sara? Well, hindi naman nila sinasabi na star witness siya. So, hindi naman No, Cedar, kinikwento ko lang what the repercussions are. It's okay to ask, wala namang issue yun. Pero, siguro, yung mga talagang walang kakwenta-kwenta, hindi na dapat natin pinagtutuunan ng pansin. So, ano yung sinasabi ni, na, ayun nga, star witness. Hindi naman sinasabi ng Kongreso or any of the congressmen na star witness siya. Pero mukhang yun na yung usapan ngayon. Ay, nabasa ko na. No, Cedar, it's okay. Hindi ka pinapagalitan. Pero parang, the law of, well, it's not karma, but for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So we must also be ever mindful of that. Kasi the reason nagkakaroon ng usap-usapan na ganito is because precisely ang Kongreso, they want this to be talked about. They want to bring the issue here. Bakit? Kasi ang tingin ko dyan is in a regular court, in a court of law, mahina talaga ang ebidensya. So what are they going to do? They'll bring it to the public and then dyan nila, kumbaga, they can emphasize their side of it. So, parang yung inaakusa nila kay VP Inday, political daw or na she's addressing her base. Kumbaga her political base, ibig sabihin daw natatakot siya. Anong indication ng takot doon? May karapatan ba ang House Justice Committee na di tanggapin ang mga defense lawyers ni VP? May issue sila kay Attorney Monsayak at kay Attorney Mike Poa, I understand. Conflict of interest daw. So, hindi ako sure kung ano yung basis ng conflict of interest na sinasabi nila. But, if they are counsels of her choice, then actually hindi sila pwede magdikta. They might be able to, well, yun lang, hindi ko, kumbaga, ang conflict of interest can only be asserted by the client and not by an external party. Sabi ni Strictly, tama kayo, hindi naman natin kailangan i-amplify lahat ng mga talking points, lalo na ng kalaban. If we know ourselves na dubious from the start, then it's not worth talking about. Oo. Sabi ni Ponyos, funny that Ridon uses Indai's 1,000% wealth growth for 18 years. Yet Jam Magno claims to earn 600,000 a month with no basis. Yung butas ng ilong ni Ridon represents. Uy! Okay. Yeah, I agree. Medyo ang haba, 18 years, 1,000% daw yung wealth growth. Considering na tatay niya presidente at the time for part of those years, maliit yun. Ma'am Marices, naniniwala pa ba kayo doon? Pera-pera lang yun. Okay. Hindi ko inaaway kahit sino doon sa mga nasa kabilang parlor, sa totoo lang, kasi they will gain from that. So, para sa akin, they said that, okay, sabi ni Ma'am Sarina, hanapin niyo po interview ng abogado ni VP kay Attorney Guanzon. May para matigil na kayo kay Madriaga kasi pag yan lagi pinag-uusapan, parang pinagbigyan pa siya ng pansin. Well, sana kung mag-i-endorso ka, di sana yung interview naman namin, no? Andito ba si Joey? Sabi ni yet another echo chamber. Oo nga si Ed Chico, ibang level talaga. He's so funny. Sabi ni Miss Beverly, sabi ni Falsis, kinikilig daw siya na mapabuksan daw ng ombudsman ang bank accounts ni VP na magagamit sa impeachment. Pwede ba yon? Hindi naman kolte ang ombudsman. Totoo yan, Ma'am Beverly. Dahil sa Bank Secrecy Act, kailangan may court order yan or order from the Senate Impeachment Court. So, they can try, but I doubt kung ano yan. Yung mga bangko will actually say, will ask for court order. So, hindi po ganun kadali. O baka naman sabihin na naman ni na Trillanes or any such people na anong tinatago ninyo? Ba't ayaw niyong pakita yung bank account nyo? Kasi unang-una, Mr. Trillanes accused VP Inday and her father of corruption. That's a crime. But he wants VP Inday, hindi niya nagawa kay Tatay Digong he wants VP Inday to provide the evidence for that. Kung mag-aakusa ka, ikaw ang mag-provide ng evidence. Parang ang nangyayari, wala nang presumption of innocence. Sabi ni Ma'am VP, ni BM, kami na po bahala makipagbardahan sa mga yon, attorney, paiyakin namin yun. Sino si Madriaga? Sabi ni Edsel, plano nila is to sway public opinion by chismis. Kaya ang mga troll panay comment sa mga posts regarding impeachment. Ang script naman nila ngayon, hala, pag may documents, dapat maimbestigahan. Hala, may pictures nga at may affidavit. And an affidavit is a document, yung 18 Marines, pero hindi rin iniimbestigahan. Ano yun? Pag sila mag-produce ng affidavit, okay lang. Imbestiga kagad, pero pagka yung 18, hindi. Sabi ni Ma'am Sarina, ay naku, sa spokes mo ako nakikinig. Si Ma'am, biro lang naman, kayo naman. Di na kayo mabiro. Huwag naman ganyan. But thank you, Ma'am, that nanonood kayo. Sabi ni John Tribbs, Madriaga's affidavit is only Trillanes' greatest hits for the Dutertes. Hindi po, na marami na po kasing programs, hindi po na siya mai-invite sa The Spokes. Kasi sabi ni Ma'am Jackie Lute, please invite Attorney Levy sa Spokes. I'm super impressed by how he handles the pushback for his clients, the Marines. Eh kasi ma'am, in-invite na siya sa the forefront, kung di po ako nagkakamali, or sa agenda. Dalawang programa na sa bilyonaryo nag-invite sa kanya. Kaya nga si Attorney Palad ang in-invite sa amin or napunta sa amin kasi nga lahat sila nag-i-interview na kay Attorney Levy. Pwede naman noon, we were trying to get him before, naunahan kami, so wala na. Lalong-lalo na noon, merong iba like yung sina Sec Bello, in-interview ng ibang team sa The Spokes. So, hindi ko na siya pwedeng interviewin. Sabi ni Crisanto, sana wag sabotahihin ang bulaklak pasabay sa halagang €2, isang tasang kape lang ang katumbas, ipagdadamot niyo pa ba? Iba ang may ginagawa kaysa wala. Maraming salamat dun sa mga nagpa-participate doon. Hi Ma'am Katrina, happy weekend. Thank you very much kay Kimwell. Kimwell, ikaw ba yan? Yung Kimwell na kilala ko. Sabi ni Toysky, what can you say about your interview with Attorney Palad kanina? Wala naman ako sa Spokes kanina. Wala pong Spokes pag weekend. Nung Friday yata yan. Kamusta ang storytelling niya? Well, nahiya akong sabihin. For me, the motivation is unclear. Kasi sinasabi niya, para lang daw sa katotohanan kaya niya nilalabas yung KVP. Pero inamin niya, galit siya kay Harry Roque at inamin niya din na kampi-kampi naman yung mga yan eh. So, it's obvious na binibira nila si VP, I guess, to embarrass Attorney Harry at idinadamay na nila lahat. Because, and Mr. Madriaga, of course, is facing a non-bailable case of kidnapping. So, hindi natin nakikita, kumbaga, hindi imposible na this is testimony in exchange for a plea bargain. Sabi ni Amazon Mama, 3 beses daw niya pinanood interview kay Attorney Chico. Tawan-tawa ako sa reaction mo, pero funny din siya. So, totoo lang kasi, I needed a laugh that day. Noong una akala ko, hindi ako kayang patawanin ni Attorney Chico kasi March 11 yun, di ba? At mabigat talaga yung loob ko nung araw na yun. So, nung umupo siya doon, before that, di ba, pinag-uusapan namin ni Miss Relly yung pagkuha kay tatay. Pagkatapos ng unang upo ni Attorney Chico, hindi pa talaga ako yung kumbaga, hindi pa ako natatawa eh. Tapos biglang nadudulas na lang yung tawa ko na ko. And I'm really very grateful for him kasi talaga napagaan niya kahit konti yung yung araw ko. Si Ma'am Bicolanang makulit. Ito, sabi ni Ma'am, nahiya na talaga ako. Halos lahat ng Bicolano ngayon ang nagkakalat. Trillanes, De Lima, Ridon. Si Ridon ba Bicolano? Hindi ko akalain.